Smart guitars are here, and this guitar takes it another step further. Most of us are familiar with amp modeling. This guitar has DSP built in, so the amp modeling is actually coming from inside the guitar, along with effects and other stuff like that. But also, this guitar has tone simulation to model other guitars. So along with the nice sounding passive pickups that already exist in this guitar, it can also model other guitars, like a Strat, a Tele, a Les Paul, lots of stuff in this guitar to unpack. This is the Hush X Pro from Donner. It's a huge upgrade from the Donner Hush guitar. It has almost all of the same features of that guitar, and then a ton more new features. So coming up, we're gonna take a quick look at the guitar and get my first impressions. Then we'll dive into all the features, the setup, the DSP, everything. And then I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of sound samples. We're not gonna go through every option because that would take forever, but we'll make sure we'll hit the cleans, the crunch, the dirties, the effects, all the good stuff. There's a lot to get into with this thing. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. This guitar feels like a big step up in quality. It's about a pound heavier than the Hush guitar, and it feels like they actually distributed the weight all the way through the neck as well. So it's heavier because it basically has a computer inside the guitar, but it feels like they've added more weight along the neck, so it feels more balanced. So they didn't just add a pound in the body. This guitar comes in several different color combinations. I went with the white and the gold, and it looks beautiful. This is probably the prettiest guitar I have right now. And just like the other Hush series, this features a headless design, so your tuners are actually in the bridge. We have these detachable wings. I don't know what you actually call them, but I call them wings. And they actually come apart in order to fit into the gig bag. So you could run this guitar looking like a Steinberg or something. But I actually like the look of it with the wings. And then the bottom wing puts it on your leg nicely, so it actually puts it in a better playing position than without it. The Hush X Pro features a mahogany body with a neck-through design, slim C-shaped neck, 14-inch fretboard radius with a roasted maple HPL fretboard, 22 jumbo-rounded stainless steel frets, 25.5-inch scale length with a bone nut. For the pickups, we have a Donner Lab Custom Alnico 5 single coil and humbucker pickup, 3-way pickup selector, tone knob stacked on top of the volume knob. Then we have what they're calling the super knob, and that controls part of the processor. And then for outputs, we have a 1/4-inch out, an 1/8-inch headphone out, and then a USB-C out for on-the-go recording. And I should mention, you can use this guitar just as a normal passive guitar as well. You absolutely do not have to use all the smart features. You can keep this guitar turned off, plug it into an amp or modeler or anything like that, and use the 1/4-inch out. So it can be a perfectly normal guitar with passive pickups as well. We have a rechargeable internal battery through that USB-C port, and all of this breaks down into their super sleek and cool case. And the guitar comes with a ton of accessories. The wings and the accessories ride in the top of the case, and then the rest of the guitar goes in the bottom of the case. And I think you can pack like 4 of these guitars into space where a normal guitar case would fit. So this guitar feels very high quality. It's a nice weight. I actually like a little bit of weight to my guitars. The setup is spot on. I'll show you close-ups of everything. Frets are smooth and rounded all the way down the neck. I could not find a bad fret anywhere. Truss rod adjustment is at the heel of the neck. Overall, just a very nice feeling guitar and nicely set up. So as far as my first impressions go, this guitar feels awesome. It's in a very good place right out of the box, and I have not changed the strings, I have not intonated it or anything. So this whole video is just gonna be this thing straight out of the box. So let's go ahead and fire up the DXP and we'll dig into that a little bit. So this is the top-down view of the Hush X Pro. This is what you would see if this was sitting in your lap. And this is where you adjust everything with the DXP processor. And you can save everything to a whole bunch of presets. So let's just walk through some of it. You can navigate to all your different pages with this knob, and then you adjust those parameters with the value knob. You also have a tap tempo/tuner button. So built-in tuner is always a plus. Now I'm gonna navigate over to tone. This is where we get our guitar simulation. So we're on normal right now, just as the pickup sound. Click value to highlight what we want to adjust. I'm gonna turn the value knob towards the guitar selection, and I'm gonna click it. Now we can navigate to a different guitar model. This one's gonna be Strat. And then I can pick which pickup I want to simulate. There's also some acoustics in here, but for that, I'm gonna go back to amp and turn the amp off. Now I'm on jumbo. So I'll put a picture up on the screen of all the guitar models here. That's a fun extra thing you can get into if you want to. We're gonna go back to normal. Now we're gonna go to the amps. So the amp off right now. And actually, I'm gonna go to my reverb, turn the reverb off. Now we're cooking. So let's go back to amps and let's just cycle through. Tweenie. Got a Fender Twin. And we can keep digging. Let's get something heavy. I think this is a Mesa. And if we keep digging, we can get to the cab section, and then we can change our cab. Tons of tones, tons of flexibility right there. This is also where you would access your effects, delay, reverb, and you can access all that from the guitar from your lap, which I appreciate, so you don't need to sync up a phone or anything like that. All these tones are available to you right here, and then you can set presets. My final thoughts about the Donner HushX Pro is that it's awesome. I don't want to simp for a headless guitar, but I really like this one. Feels great, sounds great, looks great. The DXP sounds good, and it's pretty useful. I would definitely run this through a modeler or an amp if I were taking it on stage. I'm just not ready to just rely on a guitar for a live rig. That's just how I am. Maybe you're different. But for downtime and practice, it's nice to have everything just built into the guitar. All the effects, all the amps, you can even switch guitar tones. So you have this and some headphones, and you're good to go. But don't take my word for it. Go check out the HushX Pro for yourself. Link in the description for you to learn more. Also linked in the description for everything I use to make content and music here in my little studio. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave a comment. If you have technical questions, reach out to Donner support directly. Getting tech support in my comment section is never a good idea. They're going to be way more helpful than I am or anybody else in the comments. And I think that's all I have to say about this. So if you have any random questions, drop a comment. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.